everybody, and welcome back to my channel. It is Jen with Hull-Muniz Plants, and I am back with another memory spread. For this week, I will be planning out the week of May 22nd through May 28th, and I'm using this absolutely adorably gorgeous, I don't know if adorably gorgeous is like the right words, but anyways, I love this kit. It's by Twolilbees. It's called Strawberry Patch, and I mentioned this whenever I hauled this kit, but Twolilbees, Maria, she came out with a strawberry kit last year as well, and I used it in the springtime. I used that kit back in the springtime of last year as well. I don't know what it is about like strawberry themed kits. To me, they just scream springtime. I don't know why, but I love utilizing, I don't know, fruit like themed kits. So I have, and I did this last year too, but like I did a strawberry theme kit in spring. I did a lemon themed kit in the summertime, and I did that this year as well. I did this strawberry kit, and then I have, I just recently finished a plan with me that I still need to do the voiceover for. I need to edit and do the voiceover for, but it's a basically a lemon themed kit from Sadie Stickers. I did that last year too, and it's a summer kit. I don't know. I'm weird. In my head, I'm like, oh, strawberries means springtime and lemons mean summer. Like, that makes total sense. I don't know. It's weird, but I had so much fun with this kit. I love all the gingham and all the bright greens and the pinks. It's in gold foil. I had so much fun with the date covers. I used so many butterflies. It is insane. Like, I feel like I did that with all of my springtime kits though. Like, I used a ton of butterflies in my springtime kits. I think just because so many shops were coming out with such adorable butterfly deco, and my mind was just like, oh, need that. And then another shop would come out with them and be like, oh, need that. So I ended up with like so much butterfly deco that I was like, well, I better use it. So I pulled in a bunch of butterflies and dot clusters. Actually, I'm looking at the spread right now, and I literally only used butterfly deco and dot deco. Like, wow. Plus, like, the clip art that came with the kit. Like, the florals and the clip art for this were all very, it was all just strawberries. Like, the florals were, you know, minimal pink and yellow florals, and there was just a bunch of strawberry bunches, and I loved that so much. In the sidebar, I used that, that's a doll from Tailor Made Creative Co., and that was a freebie that I got with one of my orders, and I thought she was so cute. There was a bicycle, I put it up in the month section, that came with the clip art, and this girl is riding her bicycle, so I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I felt like she was a little bit bigger, so she took up a lot of my sidebar, which I'm not mad about. I added a couple of little strawberry bunches and butterflies and a bunch of dot clusters, and I don't know, I think it's more of a simple sidebar, definitely more than the elaborate sidebars that I've been doing throughout this year, but I like it. It was simple, and I let the doll be the focal point. But anyways, if you have any questions, as always, about anything that I laid down in the base of my spread, please feel free to leave it in the comments, and I will do my best to answer as best as I can with the knowledge that I have. Sometimes I put stickers down that came from like freebies and I don't really remember, so if that happens, I apologize. But I'm pretty sure I know where everything came from in this spread. But let's get into the day today because we are already there. So starting off on Monday, I marked sleeping in, and with the Twolilbees, with Maria's kits, I always pick up the add-on. It's the floral trims and shapes, and she has these swatch boxes that have like floral decorations on the corners, and I always pick that up. I love those boxes so much. I marked sleeping in. With that box, I pulled in a layered garland, a layered drop garland from Sadie Stickers, one of my favorites. Pulled in a bunch of dot clusters and butterfly deco. The dot clusters are from Sadie Stickers. The single butterflies are from Sadie Stickers, and then that one really detailed butterfly is actually from Buttercream Stickers, and then the sleep mask icon is from White Deer Stationery. I pulled in that little bow flourish, and that is once again from Sadie Stickers. I don't pull those in very often because they're kind of busy, but I figured for this spread it would look really good, so I pulled that in. I marked that I ran some errands with my dad on this day. So to mark that, I pulled in a bunch of like the floral and strawberry pieces from the kit. And then that little car icon is from Crafts by Towie. I don't really know how to mark running errands. Like in my head, I think, oh, car icon works perfectly because we're running around in a car. So I marked that I had a Zoom meeting. It was a production meeting for the film that I was working on. That film I was working on, I feel like forever, just because we were having to work around other people's work schedules and stuff too. So we had a production meeting because I was going to be doing a wig installation on one of my actors. So I had to have a meeting with the gal who made the wig. She handmade the wig and she was going over like the different pieces and whatnot. Which, when we get to that wig, I had a time and a half with that wig. But anyways, that's later on in the week. I marked that I filmed a plan with me. I pulled in one of those gingham patterned circles that came with the kit. It had the strawberries, and then I pulled in a foiled circle that's actually from Mini Ryako, whose shop is no longer open, unfortunately, but that is actually a little circle that I helped design. I had a lot of fun with that. And then the icon is from Crafts by Towie. Then to cap off the day, me and my hubby went swimming at our apartment pool. You guys, it is in the triple digits here in Texas. It is, I don't know what the weather is like in whatever part of the world that you guys are in, but it is in the triple digits and it's humid outside. It is absolutely so stinking hot, miserably hot. So me and my husband, we've been like living in our pool. My whole family got season passes to the water park that's literally like 45 minutes away from our house. So we've been going to the water park a whole lot, which is always so much fun. But yeah, we've been going to the pool and swimming and just being in the water as much as possible because that's the only way you can survive in the Texas summers. If I can give you guys any piece of advice about a Texas summer, first of all, if you want to come down and have like fun in the sun in Texas and everything, come down in May, okay? Avoid June, July, and August. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Everyone's like, oh, but summertime is, June, July. That's fine. Go to like Florida or go to California. Avoid June, July, and August in summer in Texas, okay? If you want to come down and have fun, come down the latter part of April and May, because that's when you're going to actually have like hot enough weather to where you can get in the water and not freeze, but you're not going to fry in the hot sun. So that's just a tip from me to you, local Southern girl, local Southern Texas girl, telling all the rest of you guys. Pro tip. Anyways, jumping over to Tuesday, I marked going to the gym. I pulled in a piece of that torn gingham washi and I layered it with some strawberry floral from the kit, and then the scalloped quarter box is from Bloom Paper Studio, and then the little tumbler is from Crafts by Towie. I marked that I got my car registration done. And I really like the way that I marked that. I layered some florals on either side of the column, and then that little calendar clip art piece is from the kit. Again, it's one of those things that I didn't know how to mark, and I didn't want to pull in another car icon because then that would have been 2 car icons back to back. So I pulled in that little calendar icon that came with the kit, and I just thought it was so cute. I marked that I made sandwiches for me and my hubby. I pulled in one of the floral trims, layered it at the top of that box, and then the sandwich icon is from Crafts by Towie. And then, the next thing that I wanted to mark is that I practiced moulage. If you guys don't know what that is, I've said this multiple times, but I am a makeup artist. I work primarily in film, but I also do moulage makeup, which is basically specifically wound simulation makeup. And I have been hired now 2 years in a row for the local high school to do simulations, trauma simulations, and it's for our local EMS and first responders so they can get like real life training without actually having to go through a real accident, but like they're simulations, and they hire me to make sure that the wounds and some of the stuff that the first responders are going to see is as realistic as possible. So it's pretty cool that I'm able to do that. But on this night I did practice some of the moulage wounds that I would be doing, just so that way I could see how long it would take me, because I only have a certain amount of time to ready all of the actors and the quote-unquote victims before the simulation starts. So that was a lot of fun. I layered some of the circle, a scalloped square, midi square, and then a full full like colored square that came with the kit. The makeup brush icon is from White Deer Stationery. Pulled in a bunch of butterflies. I think those are from Sadie Stickers. Those might be from the Pretty Pink Co. I'm not entirely sure. But then I marked that I was up way too late because I was practicing the moulage makeup. So I pulled in a quarter box, layered it with some florals, and then the alarm clock icon is from Crafts by Towie. I am talking way too fast now. Okay, on Wednesday I marked sleeping in the exact same way as I marked it on Monday. The icon is, of course, from White Deer Stationery. I go through those sleep mask icons so much. I don't know why whenever I made my last White Deer Stationery order, I only ordered one sheet of those because I knew I was going to use them like all the time. That was bad on my part, but I marked that I made some breakfast on this day, and I did the same thing where it's like I pulled in one of the clip art pieces that came with the kit just because I don't know, sometimes the kits, like I want to try and use as much of the kit as possible because I get so many add-ons for these kits that I want to use what I have. So one of the clip art pieces looked like a little croissant with some strawberries, and I thought it was really cute. So I layered some floral bunches on either side, and then that icon clip art piece is from the kit. I marked that I worked out at my apartment gym. Sometimes I just don't feel like going to the big gym. You know, I don't want to like leave home, so I'll just go to my apartment gym, get some cardio in. So to mark that, I pulled in one of the midi boxes that comes with the kit, layered it with some florals, and then that tumbler is once again from Crafts by Towie. I marked that I uploaded my half letter highlights notebook playing with me on this day, and I really like the way I marked that. I pulled in a swatch that came with the add-on, layered it with the planner icon that comes with the kit, and then some mini florals. And then to cap off the night, I did my nails, and I pulled in a midi box from Perky's Papery. Some that floral trim is from the kit, and then the press-on nails icon is from Crafts by Towie. I do my own nails. I do press-ons. I've been doing that for years, and I have a lot of fun because I've learned how to make these nails last for like 2, sometimes 3 weeks at a time, which fascinates me. I don't know. A lot of people are like, they don't like press-ons because they pop off, but I don't know. My sister taught me a really cool way to make them last. Anyways, so that's how I do my nails, in case anyone was wondering. Okay, on Thursday, the first thing I marked is that I had to pack up my makeup, so I marked that the same way as I marked going to the gym on Tuesday with that gingham torn washi piece, some florals from the kit, and the makeup brush icon is from White Deer Stationery. I marked that I cleaned my whole house because I was going to be out of town for like 5 days, so I made sure that the entire house was clean for my hubby bubby who was going to stay home, and well, he had work too, but I wanted to make sure the house was nice and clean for him. So I marked that with some florals, and then the icon is from Crafts by Towie. And then I marked that I watched the movie What's Love Got to Do with It, which is the biopic about Tina Turner. The day before, or no, I think this was the day that Tina Turner passed. I freaking love Tina Turner. When I do karaoke, one of my favorite songs to sing is What's Love Got to Do with It. I remember watching the movie What's Love Got to Do with It with my dad a long time ago. It is such a powerful movie. That woman survived so stinking much. She is so strong, and oh my goodness. The movie is not for the faint of heart, I will say that. So if you're easily triggered, go into it lightly, but it's such a good movie. And Angela Burnett, I think is her name, she did such an amazing job at like portraying Tina Turner. She did such a good job. But anyways, I marked that I watched that. I pulled in one of the midi squares that came with the kit, layered it with one of the swatches, like a paint swatch. I love the layering I did for that. And then the TV icon is from White Deer Stationery. I marked that I went over to my parents' house, and I marked that with a quarter box, layered it with some florals, and the little house icon is from Crafts by Towie. And then to cap off the night, I just marked that I did a run on the treadmill at my apartment gym. And I probably did that because my gym closes at a certain time every night, and I probably didn't make it home in time to go to the gym, so I just ran at the apartment gym at my house. Ran at the gym at my apartment. Whew, I can't talk. Okay, on Friday, I marked that I slept in on this day, and I marked it the exact same way as I marked it on Monday and Wednesday with one of those swatch boxes and the sleep mask from White Deer Stationery. Pulled in another one of those adorable flourishes from Sadie Stickers. And then I marked that I got ready for the day, and I marked that with some florals from the kit, and then the icon is from Crafts by Towie. I love pulling in those perfume icons. It's just like a different way to mark getting ready, but it still like makes sense. It's like, oh, okay, she got ready for the day. She pulled in, you know, her perfume icon. She put perfume on. I don't know. In my head, that makes sense. Maybe it's weird. I don't know. But then I marked that I drove to Austin because I was going to be working on my movie set again for the next few days. So I marked that with the little car from White Deer Stationery. And okay, I am marking that we experimented with the wig on this day. And the actor that I was installing the wig on, and I say this with all the love in the world because I love him. He is such a joy to work with, but he has such a huge head. And I was gonna have to apply a bald cap and then the wig. And this is an action comedy, so there's a lot of movement. And the bald cap that I was using, there is a film grade bald cap, but I was not told in advance that I was gonna need it, and it takes a long time for me to order these products, so I wasn't able to order that specific bald cap. So I was playing around with basically like the Mayron bald caps, and his head was far too large, and it kept snapping, and like it was anytime he moved his head, the glue would come undone because the bald cap his head was not the right size for it. So I ended up, I got to his house to play around with this wig installation at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we didn't come up with a solution until like 10 o'clock that night, which was insane. We ended up coming up with a solution, like we found out a better way to do it, that did not require a bald cap. Like I said, had I had the correct bald cap, it wouldn't have been a problem, but I didn't have it and I didn't have time to order it. So we had to get creative. That's what you have to do as a makeup artist. You have to use your resources. But anyways, that was a lot of fun. I really like the way I marked that with the little Polaroid that came with the kit, a bunch of florals, and then I didn't have anything to mark, you know, installing the wig, so I just pulled in some butterfly deco. I marked that I talked to the director of the film to get his opinion on some things. Obviously, it's his vision. We had to make sure that we were following what he had in mind. He okayed what we eventually came up with, which is awesome because I wanted to make sure that I was going along with exactly what he wanted, because me as a makeup artist, it's my job to make sure that I can help make this vision come to life. Anyways, and then to cap off the night, we had Chick-fil-A for dinner because we were busy and we didn't really have time to think of anything healthy to eat, so we had Chick-fil-A. Okay, on Saturday, I marked that I set up my makeup station. We got to set. We were working in a warehouse for this particular shoot, and I had a station set up in the back, so I marked that with a piece of torn washi, pulled in another one of those quarter scallop boxes from Bloom Paper Studio. The icon is from Crafts by Towie. Then I marked that I did all the makeups. There was a lot of, since it was an action comedy film that I was working on, there was a lot of like progressive, like black eyes, bloody noses, things like that, because there's a lot of fight scenes. So I had to do a lot of like gradual, like a lot of the actors' faces were supposed to be like getting gradually worse, like gradually more bloody, beat up, things like that, swollen. So I just marked all the makeups. I really like that. Then I marked that the little powder puff icon is from White Deer Stationery. I marked that we had barbecue brought in for catering for set that night. That was very sweetly donated by the people who were letting us use the warehouse to film in. To mark that, I pulled in another midi box, some more florals, and then the icon is from Crafts by Towie. And then I marked that it was hot in that warehouse. Okay, so like I said, we are in triple digits here in Texas, and this is whenever it was starting to get like really, really hot. But we were in a metal warehouse, and we had a bunch of like studio lights and film equipment, and we were doing fight scenes. And when you're in a metal warehouse in Texas in general, it's already really hot, and the AC and the fans can't be on because when you're filming, the audio will pick it up. So we had to have the fans off when we were filming, and oh my goodness, it was so hot. But to mark that, I used the little sunglasses icon from White Deer Stationery. I just thought that was a really cute way to mark that. Then I marked that I edited that. I edited my super long summertime sticker haul. It is on my channel if you have not seen it yet. It's my most recent sticker haul, so if you want to check that out, it's there. And then to cap off the night, I talked to my hubby because I was out of town, and yeah, obviously I missed him. So to mark that, I pulled in a floral trim from the kit, and then the phone icon is from White Deer Stationery. Okay, now moving over to Sunday, I marked that I overslept. Because it was an action film and it was done at night, we were filming really late, so I wouldn't get back from set until super, super late, and I meant to set my alarm, and I thought I did, but I obviously didn't hear it. So I marked oversleeping the same ways I marked sleeping in throughout the rest of the week. Pulled in another one of those flourishes, marked that I got a phone call from one of my friends on this day, talked to her while I drove to set, and I really like the way I marked going to set. I pulled in a quarter box, and then there was another bicycle icon or bicycle clip art piece that came with the kit, and I put that there. I marked that I talked to my hubby, and I just layered some of the frames from the kit. The icon is from Craft by Towie, and then to cap off the night, I just marked that I was really sleepy because, like I said, we were shooting really late. But these are the leftovers that I have for the kit along with the Viv Wiggle. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jen. I do planner things. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.